fabric jugglers, it's Babs here from Fiery Phoenix, and as part of my ongoing Reclaim My Craft Cabin series, I thought I'd take you through an organisational update or top tip for today, which is when you have a pile of fabrics, be they scraps or just fabric that you've bought and stuffed in a bag or stuffed in a corner. I'm going to give you my top tip on how to transform from this pile of fabric into something else. To this, quite usable and accessible and visible and straight. It doesn't have loads of creases in it. Fabric that I can just go to, pick up and then just use from my stash. So if you stick around, I'll show you how to make that simple transformation. So here we are with our fabric, and you can of course just select some fabric, fold it up and pop it in the corner, or keep it in a bag, but then I find that I forget what I've got, I can't see what I've got. So even though it's all folded up, it's nice, it's not going to be creasing, I can't actually see what I've got in my stash of fabric. Now I'm going to be showing you several solutions over the course of the Reclaiming My Cabin series of how to look after your fabric and how you can store your fabric so that you can actually see it easily with some quite simple office supplies and recycling and reusing products that you may not necessarily have thought of. Now today is going to be fairly straightforward, and I'm going to be using some of these. Now I'm not sure whether you recognise these or not, but these are the inside pieces that fabric retailers use to store their fabric in their shops. You know, it's good enough for a shop, so therefore it'll be good enough for my craft space, and I can feel like I own a fabric shop when I unravel it to use it. So what I'm going to do today is show you how I fold my fabric so that it fits onto one of these bales. I don't know if that's the correct term or not. I'm sure someone will tell me, and just pop that in the comments below so we can all understand what it should be called. There's nothing written on it that tells me, but it is it's basically the core of the fabric rolls that you see in quilt shops or fabric stores. This is yet another reason that you should make friends with your local fabric supplier. Not only is it nice to have somebody that you can chat to and talk about your hobby, that's somebody local that you can ask advice on patterns and fabrics and how they work together and types of fabric, but also if you're friendly with your local haberdasher, then they will be able to let you know if there's new patterns coming out, if there's special offers, if there's new products, if there's new fabric sets, and they'll just be very happy to let you know that information, as against you just wander in a shop and wander out and never say boo to a goose. And one of the things that I found was that my local haberdasher had hundreds of these, and she's constantly trying to find ways of getting rid of them, recycling them. So I simply asked if I could have a set for home, which she was more than happy to give me. So try that for yourself. Go and ask your local fabric retailer if they've got any of these cores that they don't want, in which case you can use them at home for storing your own fabric stash. So what I tend to do is make sure that my fabric is folded in half. So I'm selvage to selvage. I have a little bit of tape just to make sure that everything is kept controlled, and then I simply roll it onto the centre. And it really is that simple. I mean, the centres are the right size for fabric because they are from a fabric supplier. You don't need to go around cutting, resizing and remarking. They just fit, which is amazing. You know, there's no point reinventing the wheel, and then you can just roll them up. And this is far less likely to cause creasing. It gives you a much easier or easily accessible stash of fabric, and it looks nice and neat on your shelving, and you can store it in any shelves, you can store it in cupboards, but again it's very, very easy to get to. And what I like to do, rather than pinning, which I've seen in some shops, I tend to fold over the top corner so that I've got this angle, so it's easy for me to get to, and then I just pop a bit of brown tape on. It's not heavy stick, it's not heavy tack, so that it's not going to be damaging the fabric when I undo it. And that is all that there is to reusing and storing your fabric quite nicely. And as I say, even if you have several of these stacked up, you can still see what fabric you've got. And as you can see, it doesn't have to be a full width of fabric. I've got offcuts rolled around. In fact, I think on one of these I have multiple fabric selections. Oh yes, here we go. On this one I've actually got both a denim print, a sort of jersey denim print, and a corduroy. So these are instantly viewable, instantly accessible, no more creasing, and very neat to store. So hopefully you will take this opportunity to go out, make friends with your local haberdasher if you haven't already, say hi and see if you can reclaim some of these centerpieces to help you organise your fabric stash. I hope that's helped you. If it has, please have a look around the rest of the channel. If this is your first time here, hi! I release updates on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and this series is the latest in my Reclaiming a Craft Cabin. It is filled with tut, and I'll put a link to the original horrific state of my craft cabin somewhere around the video. And hopefully, if this is your first time, you will find something that has piqued your interest and you'll want to stick around, in which case click that subscribe button or the logo in the corner, I can't remember which corner it's in, of the video, and that will let you subscribe to the channel, which means it's free and everything just drops into your YouTube feed without you having to come look for it. So hopefully I'll see you around again in the future. Bye for now.